1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins. Let me mute this. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's live boxing talk with Raphie. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna try something new. First of all, let me say greetings, one and all. It's another one. It's live boxing talk with Raphie 9. And let's start this thing off right. Yes, yes, yes. Greetings to one and all. We have Jake Cleary in the house. Tommy Temper in the house. Leighton Evelyn brightened early. Padre al-Baghdadi. The geezer is in the house. Okay, we're going to start. As you know, we're progressing with this thing. So we have to be creative. So I'm going to start this a different way. Okay, let's see how this works out. 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 This is how we're starting this week. Yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Like, subscribe if you have not done so already, comment, and share. And today, I'm responding, it's a video response to a message left in one of my videos. And it's in reference to the Barry Hearn quip, analogy, or statement that he made during the Dillian White Oscar Rivas press conference. I've already made a video on that, but this individual is quite clearly got a burr up his ass. So let me do another video to hopefully clarify. This is to all the people who might be a little slow. So I'll break it down even further. And the statement was, what history have you been reading? The fact that you're not uncomfortable but find it funny is very disturbing. But hey, each to his own. Then he goes on to quote the Barry Hearn statement. When we was running boxing, it was much easier. We were slave traders. We had these guys and they were working for us. We was the boss. The pendulum has swung. Now I have to say, Mr. Dillian White, I have to be respectful. Those are the words of Barry Hearn. And this fellow goes on to say, shake my head. You're comfortable with this? Question, question, question mark. And my response to that was, what's there to be disturbed about? He's highlighting the boxer-promoter relationship of the past. Obviously, they weren't literal slaves. And the promoter wasn't literally a slave master. But Barry is drawing a parallel between that time and now to show how times have changed. Why do you get your panties all up in a bunch? Are you a fighter from that era who got a shoddy deal? And that is my response. Barry was pointing out the difference between a bygone age and now. It is not a literal statement. The promoters were not literal slave traders. The boxers were not literal slaves. But Barry was drawing a parallel betwixt the two. What is so difficult to understand? The man was saying the times have changed. Back in the day, fighters had little to no control. And now things have changed. But have they really changed? We see Luis Ortiz over there in the States. He is the silent man, says very little, appears very little, doesn't control his own social media, hasn't come out to the press to state his position on missing out on $7 million. $7 million. That's what he was forced to decline. He was forced to decline. It seems as if he had no choice, no option. What has he said since? They're saving him for Deontay Wilder. They need him for Deontay Wilder. He's a PBC guy. They are PBC guys. Wilder, Breazeale, Kawanaki. The bulk of the guys that Wilder fights or will fight will be PBC guys. Does Luis Ortiz have any say in this? He's like a man without a voice. He stays under the radar.
Okay, and we are back. Yes, yes, yes. Let me get in the right screen. Okay. Okay, folks. Started it off in a slightly different way. Okay. Let's get this thing official. Where is it? You know what's missing. You know what's missing. No, it's not that one. Okay. Okay, now we're into it. I've given the area a chance to populate. Okay. Who else has joined us? Big Baby Farmer. United KD. New subscriber. Red Pill. Where are we? Or the blue pill. I see that. Trigger Happy is in the house. Everybody go ahead and smash that like button. Okay, we're going. Everything is in order. Turn the music up and let's get cracking. Okay. Right. Okay. First topic. Breazeale said he's going to retire Wilder this Saturday. What are the chances of that happening? Yes, KD. Thumbs up and subscribe. What are the chances of Breazeale doing over Deontay Wilder? What are the chances of that? Yes, new subscriber. United KD. Okay. While you're populating the area with your opinions, I'll give you my opinion. Slim to none. Slim to none. I give Breazeale a 10%, 1 to 10% chance. 1 to 10%. This Breazeale fight is what I call a typical Wilder fight. The fights with Ortiz and Fury, in my opinion, were mere aberrations. It was a mere aberration. The only reason, in my opinion, the Wilder took the Ortiz fight, stepped up in 2018. The only reason Wilder stepped up in 2018 was to up his bargaining power with Anthony Joshua. That's the only reason he stepped up. The only reason he stepped up. And now that he has stepped up, he's still not taking the fight. Still not taking the fight. So, what's the point? What's the point of stepping up and still not taking the fight? Let me turn myself up in the headphones. What is the point of Wilder stepping up and still not taking the fight? Seems pointless. But let's get to these responses. Beats are in, Tommy Temper. Beats are in. Big Baby Farmer says Luis Ortiz is Manuel from Faulty Towers. Oh, shizzle. Shizzle, my nizzle. Yeah, I know you did, United KD. I know you did. I saw you on the subscriber list. Thank you. And thank you for coming and joining the chat. Padre al-Baghdadi, thumbs up. Thumbs up and subscribe. Indeed. Leighton Evelyn says there's slim to no chance of Breazeale causing the upset. I agree. Padre al-Baghdadi, 30%. That's a high percentage to me, Padre. High percentage to me, but don't get it twisted. I will be putting a small wager on Breazeale. Of course. Of course I will. A very small wager. The odds must be good. I haven't looked them up yet, but the odds must be good. I don't expect to get my money back. But obviously, if I get my money back, I'll get my money back plus some. But I will be putting a small wager on Breazeale, even though I only give him 10% chance. Tommy Temper says the chance is not significant. United KD slim to nothing. The geezer in the house. Shame, but not likely. But I'm optimistic. Yeah. I had a slight amount of optimism at first. And then common sense kicked in. Breazeale, he takes shots. He's not fast. Wilder comes at wild, ridiculous angles. Absolutely ridiculous angles. Comes from the left and the right. You cover up to the left, comes over to the right. Breazeale, I will say Breazeale is slow. Sounds like I'm doing a hatchet job on the man. I'm not intentionally doing so. I'm just giving you my honest assessment. He's slow. He ships a lot. He eats a lot of punches. Before he can deliver. That seems to be his modus operandi. Eat shots. Then as the fight wears on, deliver your own. No, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Unfortunately, in my opinion, that's not going to work against Wilder. Wilder carries his strength through the fight better than many, better than most. So the tactic or the philosophy or the mindset of Breazeale, just going in there, eat shots, and then later on, when the guy tires, deliver your own. No, that is simply not going to work. It's a good thing this isn't a pay-per-view because that would be an extreme waste of money. I hope everything I say turns out to be wrong. Sometimes it's nice to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would absolutely love to be wrong. But I fear that will not be the case in this instance. Tommy Temper said, I think it's going to be his third hardest fight. After, I'm assuming you mean after Fury and Ortiz. Okay. United KD. Dominic has a chance. But it will be a fight. Let's hope the best for Dominic. Yes, let's wish Dominic the best, but whoa. My expectations of him are so low. So very low. The geezer. Just watch the highlights of the Ortiz fight. Wilder got no skill, but he can take a Wilder's got no skill, but he can take a punch. Okay. Wilder does have a skill. He has a couple of skills, and I'll tell you what they are. One, he has an underrated jab. He didn't use it against Fury very much, but he does have a jab when he opts to use it. Two, he throws unconventional punches from unconventional angles. That can work against him, or it can work for him. It's a double-edged sword. His unconventionality is a double-edged sword, but it does exist, and he can catch you. He can catch people with his unconventionality. He pretty much damn near knocked out Fury. And Fury's a good boxer. Despite all his flaws, Fury is a good boxer. Padre al-Baghdadi. What if Wilder accidentally gets his body? Will he cope? What if Wilder accidentally? Okay. If Wilder goes to the body, which he basically what Wilder should do is try to execute the plan that they had going in for the Fury fight. He needs to try to execute the plan that they had going into the Fury fight. And that was to go to the body and the head. So all Wilder really needs to do, this training camp would have been a continuation of the Fury training camp. All Wilder really has to do, he's basically had 2 training camps. This is his second training camp with the same program, with the same objective, body and head, body and head. Yeah. So if he's wise, if Wilder is wise, he will use this fight as an opportunity to refine the style he needs to have to beat Fury. And I'm sure I'm not the first person telling him this. I'm sure he's got Mark Breland as one of his trainers. I'm sure Mark Breland is telling him the same thing. Listen, what you were supposed to do against Fury, but failed to do against Fury, this is your second chance to execute the same game plan. This is your second chance. Now do against Breazeale what you were supposed to do against Fury. Use that same game plan, and then later on in the year or early next year, when you fight Fury, you'll be using the same game plan again. This is your opportunity to use the same game plan that you're going to be using against Fury. So that makes it even worse for Breazeale. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Very sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But this is the second training camp back to back that Wilder has had with the objective and the focus being on the same game plan. So now he's got a second bite of the cherry. John Warrior's in the house. Do you think AJ, welcome John, do you think AJ is taking this fight seriously though? 100%. I think AJ is taking the fight. I think the one thing about AJ is that he's a student of the game. He's a heavyweight, so he's not the slickest. He's not Mayweather, nothing close. But he's trying to be as good a boxer, complete boxer, a rounded boxer. You saw him in the Povetkin fight, showing new things. Obviously, he didn't just try to enter this training camp and then decided to show it. Obviously, clearly, he's been working on that. It's like speaking a new language. You know more than you actually speak. You hold back to learn more. You listen more. And then at some point you say, all right, come on, let's go. I got this. Let's go. Let's break out. Let's break out this new language. So he's been learning that language in training camp. This is my assessment for some time. And now, after a period of time, after a number of training camps, when he feels comfortable in showing it, yeah, he broke out the Philly shell. He broke out the Philly shell. He broke out the low guard. The low left hand, twist the shoulder in, right hand high. That's the Philly shell. Looping shots come over the top. The hand's low, the left hand's low, come over, boom. So, for a heavyweight, that was pretty damn impressive. He's trying to learn. Clearly, AJ is trying to learn middleweight skills with a heavyweight torso to make himself more well-rounded and more versatile a boxer. So I think AJ, being a serious student of the game and having serious people around him, a good team, I think he's taking the Ruiz fight totally seriously. Totally seriously. Wilder ducked 120 generations, generational wealth, generations worth of wealth. Yeah, it's crazy to me. It's really crazy to me. But clearly, we know what the PBC agenda is. We know what the PBC agenda is. They don't really want the fight. Whether they think Wilder can win, or if they were sure Wilder could win, they would have taken the AJ fight. They would have taken the 100 million for 3 fights, 120 for 4. They would have taken that. But clearly, their confidence level, they were more confident that Wilder would beat Fury than they are that Wilder will beat AJ. Clearly. And to this day, they're still confident of that. To this day, they still want Fury back in the ring. But to this day, they're shying away from AJ. They believe there is a significant possibility that AJ could knock Wilder clean out. That's the reality. Tommy Temper, I'm beginning to think it's not the PBC fighters declining, but the limitations of their Al Haymon contracts. No, I don't think it's the fighters declining. I think Wilder. I think Wilder would have taken that 100 million generational wealth. He implied that he was going to take that 100 million generational wealth, $100 million. He implied it. He said, I've got family to feed. I've got 2 households. He implied it. He implied that he was on the verge of accepting the contract. Of course, the deal from the zone. But of course, Al and the other hierarchy guys, Shelly Finkel, they got him around the table, sat him down, and told him the bigger plan. There's a different video I should have played at the beginning when he spits it out. I'll play that next time. A snippet of it. When Wilder spits it out. He said, we have a plan. I have loyalty. And that's 2 ways. And, when somebody shows me the plan, then I'm good. So they showed him the plan. They showed him a plan of how he could remain champion. They showed him the plan. Okay, what am I missing here? What am I missing here? Breazeale comes forward like Frankenstein. There's Leighton Evelyn. Yes, he does. He's a walking punch bag. I hate to say, but Breazeale's a walking punch bag. A walking punch bag. Okay. 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 So we have to get rid of a guy. Okay. I had to get rid of a guy. Let me just go through this chat right here. Let me make sure if there's anybody else I need to address. Okay. All right. I see that guy. I see that guy. I've taken care of that guy. I've taken care of that guy. I've taken care of that guy. On a momento, let me just anoint. Let me just anoint Tommy Temper. Tommy Temper, I believe you've received the anointment. Just type something, Tommy Temper. Tommy Temper, just type something. I know it's a slight delay. Yeah. Yeah. Type something for me, Tommy Temper, please. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We have a sheriff. We have a sheriff in the house. What I miss, he won't miss. Anything like that again, Tommy Temper? Anything like that again? Any any crazy dude that carries on like that, then it's oops upside the head. It's oops upside the head. And new. Yeah. Yes. Anybody like that again, Tommy Temper? You know what to do. Minor violations is a timeout. Anything major like that, then it's out. 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 Yeah. Can't have none of that around here. Can't have none of that around here. None of that ill behavior. You got the spanner now. Upside the head. Okay. Let me get back into the chat. The chat is active. The chat is live. Okay. Right. Dominic has a chance. United. KD. Dominic has a chance, but it will be a fight. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Leighton Evelyn. I'm not paying for the Fury PPV. Is that PPV? Is Fury PPV? Is Fury PPV, Leighton Evelyn? They must be having a royal laugh. They must be having a laugh if that Fury fight is a PPV. I couldn't even find that guy on Boxrec. I was looking earlier. I was having a discussion. with one of the troops. It's a polite and respectful discussion. You know, I welcome debate. It's respectful. It was a disagreement. I think it was Jim Reaper. Jim, where are you, bro? Where are you, Jim Reaper? I thought you'd be here. Jim Reaper said that Ruiz and Schwartz were on the same level. I said, no way, no how. No way, no how. And I looked at BoxRec and I couldn't see nothing like that. What's this about Floyd Mayweather Sr.? passing away. Is it true? Timeout last 10 minutes. Yeah, Leighton's in live. Leighton's in line for the spanner. We're going with one spanner this week, but Leighton's next in line. When things get crazy, then Leighton is next in line. In the meantime, you carry on. Has anybody seen anything about Floyd Mayweather Sr.? Someone's typing that Floyd Mayweather Sr. has passed. Is it true? Is it true? Has Floyd Mayweather Sr. passed? Or maybe I should look it up. Or it was a troll. Okay, cool. Where is that troll? Where is that troll? Where is he? Where is the troll? Who was the guy that was typing that? Okay, if he does it again anyway, does it again. Hit him with the timeout. Hit him with the time. Oh, I got this one. I got this one. Yeah. All right. That guy's gone. All right. That guy's gone. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Got him. Trigger Happy J's in the house. Okay. Tommy Temper's gonna have his hands. Has had his hands full thus far. But that just means that we're growing. We are growing. We are growing. Okay. Now, where are we? I'm not paying for the Fury fights. That's the next topic. Fury. I am not paying for the Fury fight, says Leighton Evelyn. And neither am I. As I was saying, Jim Reaper, I think I was having a conversation with him. And he said that Ruiz and Tom Schwartz, were basically the same level. Was the same level of fighter. The same level of fighter. Okay, right. Leighton, where's Leighton? Where is Leighton? Leighton. Type something for me, Leighton. Type anything. Type anything for me, Leighton. There's a delay on my end. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now we are modded up. I knew there'd come a time when I need to do this, but it came sooner than I had expected. We are growing. We are growing. Okay. Now hopefully I can just focus on the chat. Right. So, no way, no how is Schwartz. Padre al-Baghdadi says, SWAT. Yes, absolutely. You've earned it, Leighton. You're a loyal squad member. And now you have been anointed as a sheriff. We don't need any strange weirdos trying to contaminate the well. All right. So, no way, no how is Schwartz a quality fighter. Ruiz is a quality fighter. Ruiz is a quality fighter. Box asked the question, and I can answer it straight away. Yes, I will. Will you pay for the White v. Rivas on PPV? Yeah, it's only 20 quid. It's only 20 quid, and Rivas is a legitimate top 10 boxer. Rivas is a Dillian White's next opponent, Rivas, is a legitimate top 10 boxer. And I can't remember what's on the card, but is that not going to be a good card? I think that's going to be a decent card. Can't remember who is on the card. Geezer says, I will too. Why will I pay for it? Because, like I just said, Rivas is a legitimate top 10 boxer. Like Nevlin says, it's on at 10 p.m., not and also it's on at 10 a.m., not 4 a.m. It's on at 10 a.m., not 4 a.m. It's what, 20 quid? Is it 20 quid? I can spare 20 quid. I can spare 20 quid. Boxers, I don't believe any of the... What, either? What do you mean, either? What do you mean, Swartz and Rivas? AJ versus Ruiz. Oh, okay. None of them. That's 4 a.m. The reason why I'll pay for the AJ versus Ruiz is because I believe that I saw Rivas give Parker hell. I saw Parker and not Rivas, Ruiz. I saw Ruiz give Parker hell. I saw Ruiz possibly win that Parker fight. I saw Ruiz possibly win that Parker fight. We saw AJ and Parker in a very tentative fight. To be honest, it wasn't a very nice fight to watch. I was engrossed in it because I didn't know what was going to happen. But then I think Joshua realized, no, I can't fight like that. I've got to stamp a bit more authority. Be cautious, yes. Be careful rather than cautious. Careful rather than overcautious. I think there was a lot on the line. I think he thought the Wilder fight was next. And so sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Cherry Smith is in the house. I think this might be the first time. Is this your first time, Cherry? I've seen you in my comment section, but never in the live. And Cherry Smith says, Rivas is more exciting than Fury Schwartz. I totally agree. Okay. Let me go back a little bit. Tom Schwartz is 52 in the rankings. Yeah, I couldn't find him in the top 50. United KD says Tom Schwartz is 52 in the rankings. Tom Schwartz is 52 in the rankings. Rivas is in the top 10. And Ruiz is 14 in the rankings. 14 in the rankings. And he's not any higher. The reason he's not higher is because he was in a wrangle with Top Rank, Bob Arum and Top Rank. He was tied in a contract. So he spent a considerable amount of time trying to get off Top Rank. Had he not been in a wrangle, he'd have been fighting more. Had he been fighting more, he'd be higher in the rankings. So Ruiz is a top 10 guy. Cherry Smith says yes. Okay. Right. Yeah. Buck says fair enough. Okay. Buck says if Fury doesn't face better opposition in his next fight, then questions will have to be asked of ESPN. Fury Warren, 100%. 100%. He gets a pass. He kind of gets a pass. He gets a half pass. Doesn't really get a pass. Fury gets a half pass this time. Next time, I mean, there was talk of him fighting White. I remember when he originally signed this contract, there was talk of him taking a soft touch first and then fighting White. So we have to watch out for that. I bet that troll is making more fake accounts. Well, there's two of you now, Tommy. There's two of you now, so you can shoot that fool down. Right, okay. So we've dealt with Fury. Let us, what time is it? Okay, it's not good. It's good. Let us move on. there is still no news of Marcellus Wallace. There is no news of Marcellus Wallace. You know what I'm talking about. Marcellus Wilder. Marcellus Wilder is still unaccounted for. There is no word of him from him. No information is being released about his failed PED test. Now, this is becoming a very serious matter. Why is no information being released about Marcellus Wilder, aka Marcellus Wallace? What is going on with Marcellus Wilder? His knockout got covered up. Apparently nobody was filming, but when you look at the picture, there's this cameraman standing on the ring apron right there with a big ass broadcasting camera focused right at him. But apparently he wasn't recording. The fight wasn't recorded, but there's a cameraman standing with a big ass broadcast camera pointing right at him, and the wire hanging out of the back of the camera. What the hell is going on? Cherry Smith. No. Buck, if Fury doesn't. Cherry Smith. Okay, yeah, that's me. Tommy Temper. Yes, I bet the trolley's at it. The Geezer. Cool, hi. They might try the white fight with Fury as a PPV in America. White v Fury. When will we find out about White v the potential for that? Because he's got a fight in the 28th of October. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. White's fighting Rivas end of June. July, August, September, October. 4-month turnaround. Very possible. Let's see. Let's see. Leighton Evelyn says it's a cover-up with this Marcellus Wilder thing is a cover-up. Jerry Smith says the dude's still asleep from the THC. It's the THC. That's the speculation. That's the speculation. If it was the THC, it wouldn't be so bad. If it's the GW1516, that's not so good. Better the THC than the GW1516. And either way, apparently it's only a 6-month ban, so. Marcellus Wallace has gone AWOL, says Tommy Temper. Box, he must be on the ban, otherwise Wilder would have got him on his co-main event. Yes, but yet wasn't it Wilder? Wasn't it Deontay Wilder who said that Miller should get a lifetime ban? So I'm assuming Wilder Jr. is on the THC. The Mary J. Because I got high. I'm assuming he's on that. Box. Yeah. Leighton Evelyn. He's on the back of a milk carton. White is too much of a risk for little reward for Fury. Could be, says Padre al-Baghdadi. The Geezer. Wilder's quiet on Wilder. Very much so. So's how dodgy the PBC is, banning all the film of MW. Marcellus Wilder. Indeed. Box. I remember when Marcellus wanted to fight Bellew. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That'd be a bad night for Marcellus. The Geezer. Marcellus is in the car park. Haven't they both rejected the WBC ruling? Nah. You're talking about White v Fury. White said he'll take the fight, but he doubted Fury would. White said he would take the fight, but he doubted Fury would. White said, well, why would Fury take the mandatory position when he turned down the rematch? He's just turned down the rematch, so why would he be fighting the mandatory when he just turned down the rematch? He had the opportunity to fight Wilder. Why would he go through the rigmarole of going through the mandatory process when he's just turned down the rematch himself? Doesn't make any sense. And he's right. So White accepted. Fury said, nada. Give White his shot. Let him have his shot. Okay. 100K for weed. Wow. Cannabis isn't a PED, but it's on the banned list. Yeah. It's been real hush-hush campaign with the Wilders brothers issue. Definitely. Okay. Right. Okay. So we've covered that. We have covered that. Next, Brett Yomack. Brett Yomack. All of you should have seen, may have seen, some of you may have seen my video by now, made it earlier today with Brett Yomack. Actually, that was a segment from the chat last time on Saturday. That was part 1. I've got part 2 coming on Brett Yomack. Brett Yomack. Okay, I'm going in again. I'm going to try and do another screenshot. Again, we're going in. Again. I'm going to try to get these skills up. Screen share. Application window. Brett Yomack. Share. Right. So, let me see what's going on here. Hopefully you can see that screen. Confirm that you can see that screen on the screenshot, please. I think I've missed something. Great points. KD. Wilder puts his brother in the closet because Deontay Wilder's brother Marcellus is giving him a bad name. Plus, he said Miller should get a lifetime ban. What about Marcellus? He should be on a ban too. Okay, so Giza says yes. You can see the screen. Right. Okay. So you can see the screen. Everybody can see the screen. Okay. Right. So Brett Yomack is a bigger deal than I had previously realized. As some of you may recall, but I best just briefly touch on it again. Brett Yomack is the inside man for Wilder. He is the inside man from PBC. He runs the Barclays Center, and he's in charge of bookings at the Barclays Center in New York. Obviously, the Barclays Center is in competition with Madison Square Garden. So Brett Yomack, this guy, he sits on the board, decision-making board of the WBC. He is one of the people in charge. He is in charge of the bookings of the Barclays Center. And on top of that, he also sits on the board of decision makers at the PBC. So this guy here works for the PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. That's Al Heyman. He's in charge of bookings. No more than bookings, he's in charge of the Barclays Center. And he also sits on the decision-making board at the WBC. This man's got his finger in every pie. Every pie. So this man, Brett Yormark, has PBC's best interests at heart. He works with the PBC. He works for the PBC. So how does this affect people like White and Joshua? Well, the PBC don't want to fight out of house with dangerous guys. That's why they're ducking White for dear life, because they know they can't bank on Wilder knocking out White. They know it's probably a 50-50 fight. White knocks out Wilder as easy as Wilder knocks out White. It's a 50-50 fight. Any one of them can get knocked out. Mark Yormark depends on PBC's success to book out the Barclays Center. He wants the Barclays Center to become the new Madison Square Gardens. He works hand in hand with the PBC. He actually works for the PBC. Geezer said it sounds more like a bank consortium. Yes, exactly. It's business. It's big business. It's more than boxing. It's big business. Doesn't have the same ring to it as Madison Square Gardens. Of course not. It's a new building. Madison Square Gardens is historic. Look back at those posters. It's a historic building. But Yormark is trying to change. He's trying to make the Barclays Center the spot. The spot. So this man is the inside man for PBC, Mark Yormark. And I've got him up on screen because I want to talk about him for a little bit. The Barclays Center boss adding to his boxing reach. Brett Yormark, who's already a busy man. Let's cut this music for a second. Brett Yormark, who's already a busy man, just got a little busier after being named to lead an advisory board for Heyman Sports, the creator of Premier Boxing Champions. Take this all in. Yormark, the CEO of Brooklyn Sports and Entertainment, will help form the Heyman Sports Advisory Board to generate strategy for branding, cross-licensing opportunities, and the future growth initiatives for PBC. Yormark will pattern the board after a similar board he created several years ago for BSE. What does BSE stand for? I don't know. Right, okay. There have been a lot of CEOs that I've talked to over the last couple of months that have a vested interest in boxing, Yormark told the Post. And incidentally, the date of this article is December the 22nd, 2018. So this is fresh. There have been a lot of CEOs that I've talked to over the last couple of months that have a vested interest in boxing, Yormark told the Post. They just haven't had the opportunity to show it or be a part of it. After conversations with PBC and Heyman Sports, we thought now is as good as any time to launch a PBC advisory board and identify people who have a personal interest or vested interest in the sport. Boxing has played a prominent role in the programming of events at Barclays Center, including a PBC card Saturday night featuring the Charlo twins, Jamal and Jamel. That was scheduled to be televised by Fox. The PBC, headed by Al Heyman, has a long list of championship quality fighters and conducts 40 annual shows seen on various networks like Fox, FS1, Showtime, and on pay-per-view. Tim Smith, spokesman for the PBC, said Yormark was a natural fit. The overall goal is to further the marketing and sponsorship reach of the PBC and to have somebody who is skilled at going out and finding these things, said Smith. That's his deal. That's what he's done for Brooklyn Boxing. That's what he's done for the Nets. Oh, this guy is also a CEO of the Nets, the New York Nets. He's a big shot, the basketball team. That's what he's done for Barclays Center. The hope is that he'll be able to use his experience to go out and broaden the marketing base for PBC. Told you it's deep. Yomark said he created an advisory board for BSE that has proven beneficial in its development into a first-class entertainment destination. We're going to launch the PBC advisory board probably at the beginning of the first quarter of 2019, Yomark said. It will be made up of some real leaders in the industry that feel strongly about the sport and will have some significant ideas on how to make it better. How we make it more sponsor-friendly and consumer-friendly. This shizzle is deep. Yomark has been developing the Brooklyn Boxing brand, something that had never been done before in the sport. When you think about licensing, it doesn't exist in boxing like it does in every other major sport, he said. See, this is where Deontay comes in. This is where the promises to Deontay Wilder comes in. On this board, we will have CEOs from the social and digital world, the licensing world, people in the entertainment and sponsorship. It's very exciting. Yomark said the PBC board will meet 3 to 4 times a year to share ideas. He's determined the meetings will be beneficial. This isn't just about putting great ideas on paper. It's about executing those great ideas for the benefit of the sport and PBC, Yomark said. I've got a commitment from PBC and Heyman Sports that we'll do just that. So you see, folks, let me come out to that live thing now. So you see, folks, this thing is deep. This thing is deep. Let me see what's going on. Where are we? Okay, I'm back. Smash that like button. So where are we now? Beneficial to who? Beneficial to the PBC. The geezer said beneficial to who? Beneficial to the PBC. That's who they're working for. They're not working for the boxing fan. They're not working for the boxing fan. What can we do about it? Says Luke J. Luke J in the house. I think it's the first time. I've never seen Luke J before. What can we do about it? Well, what I can do about it personally is I can expose them. I think it was who was it? Boxing IQ who first came up with this guy's name, made this guy's name known. And I think Sporting Icons mentioned him. And then I'm the third person. I'm the third person to mention it. So what I can do is expose them. And what you can do is spread the word. Share the knowledge. The video I made about Yomark, you share that on your social media. What does sharing do? The only thing sharing can do is hopefully shame them. They've been exposed. This man has been exposed. Boxing IQ, whatever that channel's called, has been exposed. Exposed them. Sporting Icons mentioned them, and now I've done a live about him. I've done a video about him. I've mentioned him in 2 different lives. I've made 1 video about him, and I'm making a second video about him, which should be out for tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. So I will continue to expose this chicanery, this skullduggery. You guys can share. Leighton Evelyn doing some tests. Leighton Evelyn's a scientist up in this. And Leighton Evelyn's a nutty professor. He's going to come up with some crazy concoction. Be careful with those concoctions, Leighton Everin. Doing some experiments. Okay. So, oh my Lord. I knew something was missing. Okay. Ring IQ. Thank you, Tommy Temple. Ring IQ was the first man to bring his name up. That guy is special. That guy is special. He should have been a private investigator. Sporting Icons mentioned him. Now I've done 2 lives. One specifically about this guy. 2 lives. 1 video. Second video coming out tomorrow. I'll keep on exposing him. You guys keep on sharing. Keep on sharing videos about him, lives about him on your social media, and until it becomes common knowledge that this guy is working with the PBC, for the PBC, and stopping people getting the fights that we want to see. What's going on here with the geezer? What's going on? What's going on with the geezer? What's going on? Is there something wrong? Was timed out by Tommy Temple. The geezer was timed out by Geezer. What's happening, geezer? What are you doing, mate? What are you doing, mate? Is there some infighting? Testing. Oh, you're just testing. It's just a test. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Let me get back into the chat. Yeah, Luke J is a first timer. Have you subscribed, Luke? Have you subscribed? Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. We need as many subscribers as possible. We've got some plans, got some goals and objectives to achieve with this channel. So we need the subscribers to come in thick and fast, as they are. It's nice and steady. Right, where are we? Yeah, expose him and all this other stuff. It's good, but shame. Nothing seems to happen about this Al Heyman, Mauricio, and all that can happen is we can keep on exposing them. People like me will keep on exposing him. People like Ring IQ will keep on exposing him. People like YB. YB gave me a shout out yesterday. Appreciate that, YB. We'll keep on exposing them. The geezer was a willing participant in the experiment. The geezer is not a lab animal. He was a willing participant. No real chemicals were used in the experiment. Do not be alarmed. Nobody was harmed. Yeah, so like BFTB. Pal al-Baghdadi says, are there only two mods? Sorry, I thought there was more, like BFTB. What's happened to the geezer? I hope he comes back. I hope you haven't scared him off, Tommy Temper. The geezer's a squadron member. Buck, all boxing politics. All boxing is politics, ruin the sport. All boxing politics ruins the sport, for sure. Yes, UKKD. Boxing politics. Hit the like button, says Leighton Evelyn. TBV typing errors. Where are we? Barbarian says Fury will have another fight or two before fighting Wilder again. And then they will look at the Joshua fight. It's a shame they have frozen AJ out. Well, AJ, the thing is this. Let's talk about AJ being frozen out. AJ's fighting top 10 guys consistently back to back. AJ is the only heavyweight. AJ is the only heavyweight who's consistently fighting top 10 guys back to back. Now, in one sense, that's dangerous. Could say it's dangerous, but on the other sense, He's staying up to speed. He's up to speed. He's fighting at real speed. He's fighting people. Smash that like button, folks. He's fighting real top 10 guys back to back to back to back to back. He's the only one doing that. So therefore, let's say iron sharpens iron. So he theoretically should have the sharpest steel because he is consistently fighting top 10 guys. Who else is doing that? Nobody else is doing that. Fury's not doing that. Fury's fought one top 10 guy in the last 3 years. That was Wilder. Wilder? Okay, I suppose you could say Breazeale's a top 10 guy. Yeah, I suppose so. Fury was a lower top 10 guy when he fought him. He's lowly ranked in the WBC. Fair enough. He just come back. Should he have been ranked in the top 10? Should Fury even have been ranked in the top 10? He came back and fought two low ranked to no ranked guys, and then boom, got a titleship, got a championship fight. Was he even legitimately top 10? I don't know. You could say yes, you could say no. And then he fought Ortiz before him. Fair enough. That's a legit top 10. That's a legit top 10. But who was he fighting before that? So he stepped up in 2018. What was he doing before that? He's fighting light heavyweights. He's fighting cruiserweights. So Joshua is the only one consistently fighting legitimate top 10 guys. Wilder only stepped up the other day. I hope you haven't scared the geezer off. I haven't seen the geezer. Geezer's back. The geezer's back. The geezer. It was like a magic trick. We opened the box and you was gone. We said, what's happened to geezer? He was disturbing. The Wildette fangirls say Joshua hasn't fought anyone. Hey, a quick glance at box rec will show you who Wilder has been fighting. Yes. We're all worried. Okay. So right, where are we? 18. Watching now. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Okay, right. Next topic. Thanks for the sincerity. You're welcome, the geezer. Facts on point. There is only one AJ. There's a real champ. Shahid Soli. Have you subscribed, my friend? Please hit the subscribe button. Cherry Smith. Have you subscribed, my friend? Please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get this thing popping, moving. Higher levels. Okay. So we covered Brett Yomak. The best resume is Joshua's. No arguments. It's in black and white. Cherry Smith says yes. Respect for that, Cherry. What is, should I do that question or no? I think I'll get to the top question because we spoke about Wilder already. I'll save this question for another show. The Wednesday show, perhaps. All right, saved. Yes, Shahid Soli. I have now subscribed. Thank you very much. Now for everybody else, and anybody who's in the chat who hasn't subscribed, I have been on the grind trying to improve my technological know-how. And if you look to the right side of the screen, right corner, you will see a little rectangular, little red thing. If you hover your cursor around that, it will come up as subscribe. that's something which I managed to achieve, I think, a couple of days ago by following the instructions from a video guru, YouTube guru, different channel. Gives you little tips. And I've got that little red thing now. So that means people who aren't subscribed can just hover on the red thing and the subscribe thing will come up. And also, another thing, all of the people in the chat, a lot of people don't know what this eye in the top right hand corner is. The eye in the top right hand corner. If you move your cursor and hover over the eye in the top right hand corner, you will see, I don't know, I'm scared to click on it myself from this end, but if you click on that eye, then you will find that it is a poll. So in a lot of my videos now, when you go into my videos, just see if the eye is there. I've done it in the past, but people don't seem to notice it. I'll start to do it again. I'm just giving the notification in this chat that can't see on the mobile. Okay, that's cool. But on your iMac or whatever you use, you'll be able to see an eye in the top corner. Can you not see the eye in the top corner on mobile? If I go in landscape, yeah. If you're on your mobile and you go in landscape, you tap on the screen, you will see the eye. You will see the eye. The eye. You will see the eye in the right-hand corner. Whenever you see the eye, that's a poll. That's a poll. So you click on the eye, even when you're watching the video, it doesn't interfere with the video, and you can take the poll. You know, you can answer a question. So you will see that now going forward in a lot of my videos. You will see the eye in the top right-hand corner. If you click on the eye, you can do a poll. It won't stop the video. This video will keep on going. So I want to be doing a lot of polls, asking a lot of questions. In each video, I may have a poll. Yeah, United KD. If I wrench everyone, then I become the LDBC. Yeah, I become the LDBC. This is not an LDBC channel. Yeah, Tommy Temper, a lot of people don't know. I've been doing polls, I've been putting in polls, and not one single person responds to the polls. They don't know about the eye in the corner. I've seen the eye in the corner before and I've just ignored it. I've said, what's that? What's the eye? Okay, but I think everybody knows now. Everybody in this chat knows that when you hover your cursor around the right-hand corner, you see the eye. It is, we're all learning. All learning. It is a poll. You can click on the poll and it doesn't stop the video or it doesn't take you anywhere else. Yeah. So please, ladies and gentlemen, because I know we got a lady in the house. Please, ladies and gentlemen, when you go onto one of my videos, if you can, even on your mobile, you just tap the screen and the eye will come up. Yeah. So that's something I want to get. I have done two, but can't see the one. Okay. So yeah. So that's something I want you to look out for, because I like feedback. I like doing polls. I like feedback. And there's a poll on this very video as well. So you can take the poll on this very video either now or later, but it doesn't top or interfere with the functionality, the video. It doesn't take you anywhere else. You click on it. I'm going to try it now. No, I'm not going to try it. I'm scared. I'm not going to try it. I'll do it later. I'm using a tablet. I think you can still tap on the screen on the tablet and it will do the same thing. It will bring up the thing and you boom. I've got a tablet, but it's not here with me. Not going to try it right now. But anyway, that's just something I want you to look out for. We have the last subject. We have the last topic. What's the time saying? Okay. 1 second, please. Right. Okay. Okay, no problem, the geezer. Yeah. Oh, I was explaining about the wrenches. No. Yeah. No, that's the LDBC thing. Everybody gets a wrench. No. Really, ideally, it would be a cop-free environment. I wanted to keep it cop-free for as long as possible, but obviously some crazy guy decided to rear his ugly head. And so I had to give a couple of guys, a couple of squadron members, sheriff badges. Okay. So they're still squadron members, and I will talk to my squadron member sheriffs. I will speak to them and let them know that we're still squadron members. I think they're level-headed enough to know they're still squadron members. They are just out here to keep the environment clean for the squadron members. Fozzie is in the house at last. Fozzie was the inspiration behind me doing the Saturday show, because Fozzie is a new subscriber and we've been interacting quite a lot over the videos. Fozzie could not get into the live chats for one reason or another. I got his messages on the Friday night. Saturday morning, I woke up. I thought, let me do a video for Fozzie. Didn't really expect anybody to come into the chat, but people showed up. Yes, definitely big up Fozzie. So Fozzie, I really did the Saturday show to see if Fozzie could get in. What happened is everybody else got in and Fozzie didn't know about it. I should have said, Fozzie, I'm doing a live chat, see if you can get in. But Fozzie is the inspiration. He was the reason I did the Saturday show. And because it was successful, the Saturday lunchtime show is now here to stay. So Fozzie was the inspiration behind the Saturday show. Okay. So we've got sheriffs in the house, but the sheriffs are simply squad members like you, like everybody else, who are here, their role is to keep the environment pleasant for the other squadron members. Okay? So that is the role, is to keep the environment clean for squad members. Fozzie, it's glad to have you. You've been very interactive. Spread the word. If you like a video, share it on your social media, on your Instagram, on your, what else is there? Facebook, because it all comes back here. The squad grows, and ultimately, my ultimate goal, well, I'm going to save that, but there's a special goal which has a positive impact on the channel and a positive impact on the things that you see. But I'm going to save that. But I think you know what I'm saying. There will be positive repercussions for the expansion in the terms of the things that you get to see on this channel. I think that's a strong enough hint. So I'm aiming for that growth for a particular reason. So the more you guys spread the videos that you like on your social media, on your Instagrams, on your Facebooks, on your Twitters, the more you do that, the quicker the thing grows. The quicker the thing grows, the more you will see certain projects I have in mind that will be very, very entertaining for the people who frequent this channel. Excellente, excellente. Spread the word. Spread the word. Yeah, big up. Keeping it real. 100%. 100% keeping it real. No funny business is the motto of this channel. No funny, no slim shady. No slim shady. You know what I mean? And yeah, I may as well get to it now. Public information. I may as well get to it now. Yes, I appreciate that. I actually visited I was looking for people to send messages when I was starting the live chat, Tommy. So I had to go through a lot of subscribers' channels, and I noticed some of my videos in your playlist. I appreciate that. Oh, people, don't be afraid to put the videos that you like of mine in your playlist, because it all comes back to the channel. So it's positive repercussion. If they hit a view on a video of mine that's in your playlist, it still comes back to me. So people see it, it's good. Don't be afraid to put one of my videos in your playlist. Any video that you like and you've got a particular playlist that you think it fits in, put it in there. It's beneficial to the channel. It's not robbing or stealing, not at all. Put it in your playlist. Every hit it gets comes back to me. More people see it, more people subscribe. The more people subscribe, the more content you're going to get. And there's a particular type of content that I want to give you that I can only give you when I get to a certain point in subscriber levels. So that was something that I wanted to say. Okay. Right. Now, let's get to the last topic. The BFTB Expo. Yeah, that's a good folder. That is a good folder. That video needs to be shared everywhere. Everybody needs to see that video. If anybody doesn't know, anyway, you should know. Just go back in my playlist. You'll see. Actually, go in my playlist. Actually, do that. Yeah. Right. Last topic. It's been a good show. I feel good. I feel like I've achieved something today. Smash that like button, people. We have maintained order. The environment is clean. For those who want a nice, clean environment, people are welcome to disagree and share their own thoughts. I encourage people to share their own thoughts. This is not the LDBC where you can't have your own thoughts and opinions. I want people to have their own thoughts and opinions. Yeah, it's very important that people have their own thoughts and opinions and share those opinions, even if it disagrees with mine. That is not a problem. This is debate. This is discussion and debate. Never bite your tongue. Express yourself politely. Let's debate. It's good. BFTB is the biggest fool, is the biggest troll on YouTube, and Raph dealt with that fool. But I think he's mentally ill. That is one of my favorite videos. The BFTB video is one of my favorite videos. I think everybody in the chat knows that video. I think they do. I link it on the end of some of my... Oh, by the way, another thing that everybody needs to know. At the end of each video I do, I attach 2 other videos that you may or may not have seen. So even if you're coming out of a video early, go to the end of the video, the last 20 seconds, so you can see what other videos I've attached to it. Just in case you didn't know that. I can't assume people know. People didn't know about the eye. I found out people didn't know about the eye because nobody pressed the eye. So I can't assume that people know. Yeah, that is one of my favorite videos. It's 52 minutes and I can play it. Plus it's the music. I can start it at the beginning and it can go the whole 52 minutes when I'm going about my day. He blocked me. I don't know why he blocks people. If he wants debate, he can't go blocking people. He made me a mod. Okay. Right. Smash that like button. All right. The last topic. Is the WBC belt. Everybody gets timed out. Tommy Temple. Everybody gets timed out over there. Last topic. Is the WBC belt now devalued? Is the WBC belt now devalued? That is the question. That is the last question of the day. Is the WBC belt now devalued? That is the last topic of the day. I think I'm gonna do my last screen share of the day. Let me get this up. Let me do something live. Let me get this up live. We're doing this live. What is so special about the WBC belt? Deontay Wilder, 5 reasons the WBC heavyweight champion isn't as no. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do a separate video on this. I'm going to have to do some research on this. It's not coming up with what I wanted. I'm not coming up with any definitive answers. But my question is, I'm going to have to do a research and do a video on it. What is so special about the WBC belt? What is so special about it's not the oldest belt. The WBA is the oldest belt. I think I know where the argument comes from. There's an argument that the WBC belt is the most special belt. And I think it's because people like Muhammad Ali, previously Cassius Clay, held it. I think perhaps it's the belt that some of the most notable fighters held. Even a ex-British champion boxer, a friend of mine, says the WBC is the most special belt. I think I'm going to have to do a video to debunk that. It's going to take me a little time to compile the information, but I think it's become clear to me that the WBC belt is not what it used to be. The WBC belt is not what it used to be. Yes, Cassius Clay, who went on to become Muhammad Ali, had it. Yes, I suppose Floyd Patterson had it. Yes, I suppose Sugar Ray Robinson had it. And this is off the top of my head. I'm not even sure. I've never researched the topic. It's just something that's passed down, carried down. The WBC belt is the most special belt. I am going to have to do a research project which will culminate in a video on the topic of why is the WBC belt so special. A, I think I already know why, but B, is it still special today? C, has it been devalued by the actions of the guy who's held it for 3 years and done diddly squat with it? Shola Ebofin in the house. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to go back through the chat. Why is the WBC belt so special? A. And B, has it been devalued? Yes, it's definitely been devalued, says Leighton Evelyn, because of corruption. The Giza, all divisions, or just heavyweight. I think I'm talking specifically about the heavyweights. I'm talking specifically about the heavyweights. Or the heavyweight who I believe has devalued it. Deontay Wilder. Tommy Temper, the WBC was once the belt, but not anymore. Just the same as the rest. Just the same as the rest. Definitely in the heavyweight, says the geezer. Monty Fieldman. Monty Fieldman in the house. Monty Fieldman, we're almost finished. You're going to have to catch the replay, bro. You're going to have to catch the replay, but good to have you. The question is, has the WBC belt been devalued? Yes, welcome, Monty. Welcome on in. In Wilder's hands, damn straight, says Padre al-Baghdadi. Fozzie says, the longer Wilder holds it hostage. Exactly, that's what he's doing. He's holding the damn belt hostage. The longer Wilder holds it hostage, the more fans will become bored. the more fans will become bored of even following that title. It needs to be held by a real champion. Yeah, it needs to be held by a real champion who will give the fights, who will give the fans the fights they want to see. Ha ha ha! United. Where's United? I just scrolled up. I didn't want to scroll up. United KD, thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words. I didn't know you knew me from the TBV days. United KD says Raph is a legend. I remember Raph taking on all of the Americans. All of America. Ness, Mike, and the rest. Lol. Yo, I really enjoyed that environment when they're coming at me. And they thought that I would cower. They thought I would cower under pressure. They didn't know that is not my MO. I enjoyed the attacks. Every phone call was Raphie is this, Raphie is that. Hey Raphie, if I see you, blah. Oh, it was beautiful to me. Man, that stuff was like eating trifle at Christmas. I just lapped it up and spat it out. Spat them out, chewed them up and spat them out. And they were shook and shocked. And then I stopped receiving links. You know how this thing works? You get sent a link. You get sent a link in your email, and then you press the link, and then you get on the show. You're on the show. Then the link started to dry up, bro. The link started to dry up, but I lapped that up. I loved it. The more pressure they tried to apply, the more I reveled in it. And the more I chewed them up. You remember Mask? Remember that film Mask? When you throw everything you can at him and just eats it up and then starts spitting out bullets? Yeah, that was how I approached it. Chewed it up and then spat it back out in bullet form. Shelling. Heavy shelling. Loved it. You know, I should do they should call me back for a special edition where they line up all the haters and have them come on the phone line one after the other. That would be beautiful to me. That's music to me. That's like listening to Marvin Gaye to me. That's like listening to some sweet soul music to me. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, it's become irrelevant. It's not the oldest. WBA is the oldest. Yes, Shola Ebo. Ebo says, yes, of course it's devalued. In the hands of a dress-wearing docker, it's lost its prestige. Of course it's lost its prestige. Totally lost its prestige. Yes, the belt doesn't represent you. You represent the belt, says Shahid Soleil. The belt every boxing body want. Every boxing body want AJ as their champ. Wilder doesn't bring anything to the table. There's no value in Wilder. WBC is the most corrupt boxing body. 100. 100%. Wilder can't devalue AJ, says Padre al-Baghdadi. Try as he may. Good topic, says United KD. The geezer. Yeah, Wilder certainly has devalued it. Joshua is the only true champion. Well, he is. That's a good point. Leighton Evans said Joshua is the only true champion. He's right. There's an argument to say Wilder should be stripped. Where's my pen? You see, I've got my pen here. See this? This is something Wilder doesn't have. This is something Wilder does not have. Should Wilder be stripped? That's a future topic. That's not for today. Should Wilder be stripped. That's not for today, guys. Not for today. I have to develop that one. Of the belt. Not for today. I have to develop that one. I have to develop the arguments for that. That's a work in progress. All right. There's no value. WBC is the most corrupt. Yes, it is. WBC corruption. WBC corruption. It's out of hand. It's getting out of hand. It is getting out. It's beyond a joke now. It is beyond a joke. Joshua is the only real champion, says Leighton Evelyn. WBC is only for the... Well, Wilder admitted in an interview with Jerry Cooney on Sirius XM. He said, I'm the American champ. I'm the champion of America. He said that with his own mouth. He said that out of his own mouth. And Jerry Cooney must have sat back and you heard you heard how incredulous Jerry Cooney was. And Jerry said, of the world. Of the world. Just reminding Wilder. Wilder forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Wilder forgot. He's allegedly, fraudulently, the champion of the world. And then Wilder remembered and said, oh, yeah. He said, of the world. Of the world. That just shows you the man's mindset. That shows you the man's mindset. Yeah, don't forget Fury's juice. Don't forget Fury was on the juice. On the uncastrated boar. Yeah. Fury was on the uncastrated boar. Good to be here, man. Hey, it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you. Look at the chat's popping. The chat's popping out there. We made something out of nothing. We made something out of nothing. Look at this now. Look at people coming. Come to be in the chat, to conversate, to share ideas. We made something out of nothing. Look at this. Look at this. I'm seeing numbers here, man. Small thing, but it's something. Made something out of nothing. Made something out of nothing. That was Marty Fieldman. Leighton Evelyn, Raph School Nest. Yes. I need to bring up some of them old tapes. You know, back in the day when you had cassette tapes, and sometimes you just find one and I've got a cassette player. It's under the sofa. I've got a cassette player under the sofa. Every now and then I find a tape and I'll put it somewhere safe. Yeah. And then I'll play it back and it'll bring back memories. Yeah. It'll bring back memories of a time and a place and a space. Yeah. Old school jams. So I want to do a compilation of my old school jams of schoolingness. Yeah. I want to do a compilation tape of old school jams of me schooling Ness, me interacting with Ness trying to school me and then getting schooled in the process. I need to do a compilation. I will do a compilation. It's funny as hell. I remember certain episodes, certain dates. I'm slowly building a little portfolio of those things. Eventually, when I get an intro, I think it's going to be some of those old school tapes of me and Ness. I remember certain particular shows, certain schooling, certain lessons that were taught. The one in particular comes to mind. It just, Ness is almost screaming. He's almost screaming. He's almost screaming, Raph, stop. Raph, stop. Not saying those words, but he's almost screaming. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. It's hilarious. Not exalting myself, but it's just fun. It's just fun. It was fun. It was fun schooling the guy. You know what I mean? Check hook. Nice little check hook for the guy. Nice little check hook. Where's BBB? Oh, there he is. There he is. He's right there. Right in front of my eyes. BBB. BBB, what's up? We're still going. We're in overtime. The WBA isn't looking too good either. The WBA isn't looking too good either, says Triple B, with all the ridiculous belts. No, they're not looking good. But the thing is, with the WBA, they don't claim, they don't exalt themselves to be the best. Yeah, the WBC have this prestige about them, fake prestige, a prestige from bygone age that they're the best, but that's not the case anymore. The WBA, they don't even pretend to be the best. The WBA, they're a bit of a mess at the moment with all the ridiculous belts, with all the bronze belt, the silver belt, the gold belt, the platinum belt, the triple platinum belt, the white gold belt. It's getting ridiculous out there. It's getting ridiculous out there. But the WBC, no, they cannot exalt themselves to be the best anymore. No way, no how. If Wilder was stripped, if Wilder lost, then the heavyweight, there'll be no American heavyweight. The American market is gone. That's what happened under the Klitschko's. The American heavyweight boxing market that was gone. Went to smithereens. It was mediocre. Mediocre. Yeah. Tommy Temper, Schooling Ness, make it into your video intros. Yeah, when I get an intro, it's going to be a Ness screaming. When I made Ness scream. Something is better than nothing, absolutely. Went from nothing to something. Started something out of nothing. Smash that like button, folks. How do you think Wilder would deal with getting hit to the body? Have we really seen that? Have we really seen him take shots to the body? Oh, how do you think Wilder would deal with getting his body and killing an opponent? I think he'll unravel. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna kill anybody. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I know he tried to choke a lady of the night in Las Vegas. I know he had to pay her off allegedly. I don't know it. Allegedly, he almost caught a body in that hotel room when he choked a lady of the night. Police reports and what have you. So maybe he came close to getting the body that night. The geezer, he must cry out all the time. Shola, he both in a mixtape. Oh, a mixtape, Shola. You know what I'm talking about, Ebo. I want to do a mixtape of me and Ness. Where can I find these clips of Ness? I'm going to compile one. They're all over the place because they pump out like 3 videos a day, 4, 5, 6 sometimes. So it's hard to keep track of them. But I've got a mission to go back. I know the times. I know the dates roughly. I've got a mission to go back and do a compilation tape, mixtape. Go back and do a mixtape. I want Wilder to lose the belt in the ring. In the ring. Shahid Soleil, you have to school all the LDBC idiots, not only Ness, because they know nothing about boxing facts. Shahid Soleil, if you go back a few videos, you'll see my encounter with BFTB, 52-minute classic. So I'll work my way through them one by one. I'll work my way through them. If they want to debate, I'll work my way through them. But so far, I've got Ness. I've bodied Ness. Ness is on my belt. BTF, BT, BF, whatever his name is, he's on my belt. So I will be getting more notches on my belt when the time permitting. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. You owning Ness. Fuzzy, Tommy. I would love to watch Ness getting it handled. Okay. There's one particular, I think my last show with them guys, where he gets it he gets it good. He was trying to kill me all show. From the time we did our introduction, the dude was trying to kill me and he got slew. He got slew. You know, slow. He got slow cooked. Slow cooked. Cooked him slow. I'll make that available. I'll make that available in my playlists. I'll make that public. That episode, I'll make that episode public. Yeah, I'll make that episode public. I'm gonna do a mixtape. It's not the WBC calling it the most prestigious. It's the WBC belt holders, like you said. WBC was the most important belt 20 years ago, not now. WBC are a joke, in my opinion. That says boxing, big boys boxing. Yeah, yeah, they can't exalt themselves anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. Back in the day, yes, not anymore. No, 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 no. It's like Neville said, it's dangerous hitting Wilder to the body because you open up for his right hand to the head. Yeah, yeah. There's ways to do it though. But he whips. He whips. I watched him fighting the other day, and his technique is terrible, but he does whip those punches in. If you got a knockout punch, does technique really matter? If somebody punched you on the jaw with bad and knocked you out and they had bad technique, does that really matter? Does that really matter? He's got hammer in those hands. Let's be honest. You can't worry about his bad technique. You have to focus on your own good technique. Look forward to the mixtape, says Fuzzy. Yes, absolutely. Big Boys Boxing. Hit Wilder's body with the right so you can keep your left hand as a guard. So his right comes over, the right, yep, the right, boom, right, whipping the right, low, coming low, yeah, come under, come under. But those angles of his punches, those angles, yeah, dip down, whipping the right, keep your left hand high, maybe follow that with a jab, follow that with a 1-2, yeah, to the body with the right, 1-2, left. You need a high guard with that guy. You need to keep fighting with the high guard. You need to fight with a high guard when you're fighting Wilder. Have to have a high guard. Have to. Because the guy he does have hammers in those hands. Big Boys Boxing. I went to TBV the other day and Ness quickly made up some shit, then cut me off to cover his ass. You actually got on the call. That's funny, man. That's funny. I'm sure he'd only give me 1 minute now. Probably 59 seconds because he knows I like to slip something at the end. Probably cut it short. Probably give me 55 seconds now. That was Big Boys Boxing. The geezer. That's what she... Thanks, champ, for going after them one by one, limb by limb. Shahid Soleil, limb by limb, one by one. Tommy Temper, I got suckered into Nest bullshit years ago. How'd you get suckered, Tommy? How'd you get suckered? Leighton Evelyn. Yeah, Nest does it to anyone who doesn't agree. Yeah, he used to give me plenty of time. Then he invited me on the show. I think he thought that I'd soften. I didn't get soft. Man thought I'd soften. I didn't get soft. I think he bit off more than he could chew. Then got shook. Yeah, Ness does it to anyone who doesn't agree. Fuzzy, I know, but that's why you must take risk if you want to take a guy out without getting, calculated risks. I agree, calculated risks, says Fuzzy. And Evelyn, that's why I said high guard. Yeah, high guard. Only got 35 seconds on TBV before 35 seconds. Len Evelyn, yeah, Akan has gone soft. Boy, I saw, listen, I went back and I watched that time they had, what do you call him? They had Shelly Finkel
when they had Shelley Finkel on the show, initially I didn't watch it, but I went back and watched it because I wanted to see if there was anything that I may have missed. So I watched that thing, and your boy there, your boy there, he asked about two questions. He asked two questions. I thought, my man, you've got a golden opportunity, and you sat there like a choir boy, my friend. You sat there like a choir boy, like a choir boy. I'm sure when I was hosting that show that your man there had fire. I'm sure he had fire. Is it my imagination or did he have fire? I used to call him with fire, and now, your man there sitting there like a school prefect, like a choir boy. And Shelly Finkel's in the house. This is your chance to ask your questions. This is your golden opportunity. And man asked like two questions. I don't know. I think his man shook of Ness. His man shook of Ness. Two questions. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's a golden opportunity. It's a golden opportunity. Two questions. The man was there for like about 45 minutes. One man was asking questions. Next Yank was asking questions. Yankees asking questions. The Brit was there. And he asked two questions. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Matter of fact, come on the show. I'll send you the link. Let's talk about it. Come on, Akon. Come on the show. I'll send you the link and let's talk about it. Let me talk to you. Let's talk. Let's have a discussion. I think you need, a little bit of the Raphie spice. Remember the Raphie spice? Remember how remember I used to sprinkle that over the food? Yeah, we need to talk, Akon. Come on the show, bro. I'll send you the link. We just talk nicely, because I do support UK on the show. UK, I was the UK guy. I was the UK guy. Well, I didn't know I had the ability to do the Shelley Finkel, but I tried in one of my videos and it just came out. It came out. Why did you retract your comment, big boys? Why did you retract your comment, big boy? You said I did a great Shelley Finkel, and I think you're right.
Yeah, so it just came out. It just came out. Len Evelyn said man was like a rabbit in the headlights. Why? Why was man like a rabbit in the headlights? What happened? Why didn't he speak up? Why sit there like a school prefect? I was a school prefect, but I could still speak up. Why? Yeah, I got the Shirley Finkel thing down by Pat. It just came out, man. I just kind of channeled the guy. I just channeled him. I don't know how. Oh, it's come back again.
Yes, well, I was there. Akon, Akon was there. I don't know. I thought he was a musical artist. But the TBV had Akon on. I think he must have been a friend of Nass's, and he didn't. He only asked me two questions. I loved his songs. That song he did about being lonely. I thought that was a marvelous song. I think that was a marvelous song. We played in my household regularly, especially around Christmas time. I think he's a brilliant artist. I didn't know that he'd stop. I hope he starts making music again. Akon is one of my favorite artists.
Um, you know, so that's what Shelly Finkel's got to say about it. I don't know, man. I don't know. You're there. You got to represent, bro. I'm here to support. You need some help?
You need someone to G you up, because when I was there, you came with the fire. You came on the line with the fire. You know, you came on the line with the fire. But now the fire's gone. Now that Raphie's gone, the fire's gone. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. You know? Right, where am I? Where are we? What's going on? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? I heard Ness adamantly say that it is unheard of for fighters not to know each other's purses. Really? Is that a fact? Unheard of. I heard him say that. I think I tuned in last week for about 5 minutes. It's unheard of. I think that could have been in the Shelley Winkle episode. Because I heard him say that. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. It is unheard of. It is absurd. They are saying Wilder has a big announcement. Big announcement? What's the big announcement? What's the big announcement? He's pregnant. Oh, I get it now. I'm up to speed now. I see what people are talking about. John Warrior, you're saying it might be AJ fight. AJ fight, really? Or Wilder's going to retire? Maybe he's either pregnant or he's going to retire. He's either pregnant or he's going to retire. It's either one or the other. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached the conclusion of the show. Let me take a sip of this. Akon needs to come here and speak to the UK people. I will be nice and I will be friendly. I bear him no malice. He's the UK rep, but you know, he needs to come in front of the council. And we need to talk to Akon. Okay? We need to talk to Akon. Oh, story time. Story time is quite humiliating today. Very humiliating to me. Am I gonna read out the yeah. It's very humiliating to me. I went into the gym. It's a very short story. It's a 1-minute story. Remember, story time is a 1-minute story. I went into the gym. I like to bang out my cardio. As you know, I train other people. It was the end of my training others, and now I had 45 minutes to train myself. I had 45 minutes, then I had to dip. So I thought I'm going to do 20 minutes of cardio. Well, actually 15 minutes of cardio. I'm going to do 20 minutes of resistance training. Just going to stick to some core things like dips and chins. Rotate. Dips and chins. And then I'm going to finish off with a 5-minute warm down. Tommy Temple, you need a few sparring partners on your next show. I could do. Maybe I do. And maybe I don't. You know what I'm saying? I just let it flow. Yeah, I'm open. I'm open to that. So I was doing 15. My intention was to do 15 minutes of cardio, 20 minutes of resistance, chins and dips, rotate like I can't do them anymore. And then finished it with a 5-minute cool down. That was a program. So there's 2 lines of cardio stuff, and then there's a weight at this particular gym, and then there's the weight stuff in front of that. 2 rows of cardio. So I walked past the first row of cardio, which is against the wall, and that was pretty empty where I was. Further up on the top end, there were people. But The back row of cardio was pretty empty. There was one person there. I paid no attention. I didn't know who it was. And then the second row, which I was facing, that was the row that I was going to use. So I put my bag down. I walked in between the machine, so it was really tight. I just stepped in so I could put my bag down really tight in there. So as I step back, if you can get the girls, we get the girls with the snakes, then we can do that, Marty. So the gap for my feet was really small. Where are we? Where's the camera? The gap for my feet was really small. Now I have size 13s. So I put my bag down, and as I step back, smaller than that, as I step back, something happened. My feet got trapped in this really small space, and there was nothing I could do but fall backwards. So I fell backwards like a log, backwards. And there was nothing I could do about it. There was nothing I could do. So now there I am, backwards, Mr. Big Socks, backwards, timber, on my back. I bounced, my head glanced off a machine, the soft plastic of the machine. As soon as I went down, I got back up again, tried to pretend as if it didn't happen. And then I heard a voice behind me that I knew. It was a girl that I know. I'd walked past her but hadn't looked at her or recognized that it was a girl that I knew. And she said, "What are you doing, Raph?" I said, "I don't know. I think my feet got trapped. My feet got trapped." And then I tried to style it out, and then we had a little laugh about it. I didn't look at the people who were at the further end, because there's nothing worse than having the memory of their faces seared into your brain. So I didn't look at them. That was a good thing. And then I went to get on the machine, and I went to put my keys in my pocket, and I missed the pocket in the machine, and the keys fell on the floor in between the machine. So the girl behind me laughed some more. I had to fake laugh along with her as well. And I had to reach down in the machine, get my keys, and secure them properly in my pocket. It was potentially one of the most humiliating things that could happen. But fortunately, I did not look around. I did not look anywhere. Didn't look anywhere. I just kept my head straight. And I tell you what, that was one of the most productive sessions of cardio I've ever had in my life. I had to make up for it. I had to make up for the early fumble and blunder. And I worked that machine. It's one of the best workouts I've ever had in my life. Drenched in sweat. Perfection. Perfection. But the main thing is I didn't look at anybody's face. So I've got no memory, no image, no smirking. It's not there. So the moral of the story is, when you mess up, avoid eye contact with people. Just carry on as if nothing ever happened. There were some chicks on the far end, but they were a good 25 feet away from me. And I don't know who they are. So I can't look at them in the future and go, "You saw me fall over, didn't you? You saw me fall backwards." No, it's not there. They're at the far end. They wouldn't have seen me fall because of the angle, but they would have seen my feet like this on the floor. Maybe they could have thought I was doing some new exercise, you know? So I've got no memory of them. I don't know who they are. I can never get any negative flashbacks of their faces looking at me. It's impossible. But the thing is, I made up for it. I was drenched by the time I finished my workout. It happened, but because if a tree falls in the woods and nobody sees it, did it really happen? Fortunately, the only one person, the one girl that was directly there behind, she knows me and she's cool with me. We always have a laugh. I haven't seen her in a while. We always have a laugh. And so, to be honest with you, I don't think anybody could fall backwards on their ass and bump the head off a machine with more style than I managed to. I think I did it as stylishly as anyone could humanly expect to do it. I'm proud of my achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, that it looked like it was a Norman wisdom moment. Let's not mince words. It was a Norman wisdom moment. Let's not try and sugarcoat this. The only thing I didn't shout out was Mr. Breazeale, but it was a Norman wisdom moment. Let's not mince words. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an unmitigated pleasure to have you gathered here, for us to be gathered here today. Final roll call. The other day it was the headphone. Oh, my final roll call. Tommy Temper, Marty Fieldman, Leighton Evelyn, Shola Ebo, Fuzzy, Marty the Geezer. Scrolling up. Padre al-Baghdadi, al-Baghdadi. John Warrior. Big Boys Boxing. Earlier on, we had Sherry. We had Sherry in the house. We had Fuzzy in the house. We had Shahid Soleil in the house. We had, who else did we have? We had United KD in the house. Who else did we have? Let's get further to the top. Where are we? Yeah, Sherry Smith. We got a new member, new squadron member, Sherry Smith. New squadron member, Shahid Soleil. New squadron member, United KD. Yeah, and I think that's it, guys. I think that's everybody in the house. I hope I did not miss anybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Luke J. Almost missed Luke J. In the house. Box was in the house. LJ Craver was in the house. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the conclusion of this episode. Everybody smash the like button on your way out if you have not done so already. And it's peace out until Wednesday, 9:15 p.m. Peace, and I'm out.